Hey guys, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you how to go from this to this extra long pink ombre with beautiful bling and glitter. So if you want to see how I did it, just keep watching. Alright, so you're going to start by cutting your tips. These are extra long stiletto tips, and you're going to cut them to the length that you want. Here is where you're going to cut your nails into shape. These were a little thick, so they were difficult to cut, but I chose a coffin nail, and this is where you get your general shape. So I'm going to speed it up until we get into the filing process. So here is where we're going to etch the surface of the nail as well as blend the nail tip to the natural nail. You do this very lightly with a light hand on a low speed. Next up, we're going to hit it with some primer. You only need to prime the natural nail. This is to ensure that the acrylic sticks to the natural nail. Here, I'm going in with a bright pink acrylic with intentions on creating an ombre look on the first nail. You're going to place your first ball closer to the tip of the nail, brush it downwards towards the tip and upwards towards the cuticle in a very thin layer in light strokes to make a nice blended look. You want to keep it thin because we're going to cap this nail in clear acrylic. Next up, I'm going in with my Cover Nude acrylic. Place this bead at the cuticle and lightly pat it down and stroke it towards the tip. This will give you a nice blend, and if you need to add more in the middle, you can. So this next nail is going to be a glitter nail, and what I'm doing here is putting a little bit of clear on the natural nail so that the glitter has something to stick to. This helps prevent it from lifting because glitters and pigments don't like to stick to the natural nail. So then you place your glitter wherever you want it, near the cuticle. I think this one has it all over. So I'm just going to speed it up here all the way through. We're going to do a couple more glitter nails and another ombre nail until we get to the other hand. look so far. We've got 3 glitter and 2 ombre. And I think I needed to add a little more glitter here. So now we're going to go in and cap them with clear acrylic. So what I do is I take a little bit of liquid and I wipe it on the nail so that it doesn't cause air bubbles. And on the ombre nails, I only cap the tip in clear acrylic because it cuts down on the thickness of the nail and you have less filing. So I place a bead near the center of the nail and I pat it and stroke it towards the cuticle and then stroke and pat it towards the tip. This creates a nice apex in the middle of the nail to help support it. And then I add any more wherever necessary. So it's looking pretty good. You have to look at it from all angles. Right here, I'm just showing you the nice apex. And move on to the next one. And do the same with the rest of the nails. Glitter, I put it over the whole nail. So moving on to the other hand, we're going to do basically the same thing. Right here, I'm just showing you that I did this nail a little bit different. I ended up putting pink over the entire nail, and then went in with a little bit of glitter just for a bit of a different look. So I'm going to speed up the rest of this until the end. And next up is filing, one of the most important parts on a set of nails. What you're going to do is you're going to file the nail parallel to the underside of the nail to get any acrylic that may be underneath and to make sure it's smooth. And then you're going to file each side, making sure that your file is flush up against the nail to ensure an even file. You want to make sure that it's a smooth transition from beginning to end. And then you want to make sure that it's even. Check it out from all sides. And then move on to the next one. Here's what we have so far. So this next part is how I file the tip of the nails. Shout out to Tabitha Scott for this trick. I've been doing it ever since I first saw her do it, which is where you flip the nail around so that you can get a clear view of how the client looks at the nail, and you're going to file in a straight line. And this will get you a straight line across the edge for a nice, crisp, clean look. And I do that with all of my nails. Take a look at it, admire your work. So here we're going to go in with the file, and we're going to make sure that we file front to back to make sure that everything is even. And then I like to go side to side. This cuts down on the bulk of the nail as well as makes everything smooth. And you can see I'm going in a back and forth motion from tip all the way to cuticle. And then around the cuticle, you're going to very carefully go around the cuticle, making sure that your drill bit is at an angle. So here I'm just checking everything out, making sure everything is cool. And then I go in with the buffer. You want to make sure you buff everything smooth in a back and forth motion from tip to cuticle. I also like to go around the cuticle very gently, as well as underneath the nail, to make sure I got any acrylic buildup that might have gotten on the skin as well. Now here is the fun part. We're going to add some crystals. These are Swarovski crystals. I use IBD clear gel, and here I'm just putting it over the whole nail because the design that I'm using requires large and small stones, and rather than placing it as I go, I put it over the whole nail so that I don't have to keep applying. And so I just put 2 larger stones, a diamond shape as well as a teardrop shape, and these are just little silver bar charms that I had, and then I added more teardrop shapes along the side. I think at this point I was just winging it. I didn't have a particular design in mind. I was just placing as I go. As you can see, I place and then take away. So I was just going off the top of my head and adding what I thought looked good. You can see I added another stone, and basically I'm just going to keep adding until I get the desired look that I'm going for. Make sure you feather out the gel so it's smooth everywhere. You don't want globs of gel. And then here I'm just flipping it over to make sure that the stones are centered before I put them in the lamp, because once I put them in the lamp and cure them, there's no moving them. So you want to flip it around and make sure from every angle the stones are in the proper place before curing it in the lamp. And then you're going to cure it. So this nail, basically we're doing the same thing, just a different design. Again, I'm just winging it and adding stones where I'd like to see them. I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, I do. I add the silver bar charm. So this is just basically very similar to the other design. It's just a little bit differently. Or it might be the same thing. Honestly, I can't remember. Oh no, it is different. It's different. I don't do the teardrop charms on the side. So I think every design is different as far as stones is concerned. And again, I'm flipping it over to make sure everything is even. Smooth out the sides and make sure you feather out the excess gel so that you don't have any lumps of gel. So all I'm doing here is taking a thin striping brush and brushing gel on top of the little silver charms to make sure that they stay in place, as well as don't turn colors, as well as brushing around the larger stones and then feathering it out a little bit. This ensures that your stones are very secure and they won't move. If they have any type of lip or edge around the corners, they will catch on things and they can lift. And then I put gel around the cuticle for the same reason. If there's an edge on them, they get caught on things and lift. And now it's time to bring the design together with top coat. This is one of my favorite parts of each nail set, and that's bringing the glitter to life by adding a nice thin layer of top coat. And it just looks so beautiful. And then we finish it off with some cuticle oil, and then I massage it in. Look at this beautiful design. I really love these nails. I think I had requests to do these nails like 2 or 3 times since then. And this is the finished product. Look how beautiful. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. So go ahead and just take it in and prepare for a montage.